I used to work nights at our town's community center. It wasn't a big place, just a gym, a couple of classrooms, a small office area, and a rec hall where people played bingo or had birthday parties on weekends. I was the night cleaner or maintenance associate, as my boss liked to call it. But really, it was just me, a mop, and an empty building from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. It was quiet work, sometimes lonely, but I liked that. After the chaos of daytime crowds, the stillness felt peaceful. At least it used to. The night everything changed was late February. The kind of night when the air outside feels sharp, and every sound seems louder than it should be. The parking lot was empty when I got there. Nothing unusual, except one thing caught my eye. A single light on in the far back office window. That light was never on when I arrived. I almost went to check it first, but I figured maybe the day staff just forgot it. I clocked in, set down my thermos, and started my routine. The same pattern every night. Sweep the gym, mop the hallway, vacuum the offices, and finally clean the restrooms before locking up. By 11:30, I'd finished the gym and was moving toward the offices. The lights in that part of the building flickered when I turned them on. They always did. Old wiring Bill, my manager, used to say. I'd heard it 100 times. I started vacuuming, humming to myself, when I thought I heard something. A soft knock. Not from the front doors, but from inside. Somewhere behind me. I shut off the vacuum and listened. Nothing. Just silence. Then, faintly, another sound. Tap, tap, tap. It wasn't coming from the hall. It was coming from room 4, the last office on the right. Now, that room always creeped me out a bit. The window was fogged, the blinds half broken, and the carpet never quite dried after I mopped it. It always smelled faintly like damp paper and dust. I walked toward the door, half expecting to find one of the janitorial crew from the day shift, maybe grabbing something they forgot. But as I reached the door, it slowly opened on its own. A soft creak echoed through the hallway, just wide enough for me to see the faint blue glow of a monitor inside. I whispered, "Hello? You're not supposed to be here after hours." No answer. I pushed the door open with my foot and peeked inside. The chair was turned away from the desk, facing the corner. The computer screen showed the login screen. Nothing unusual except the cursor. It was blinking. Then it moved. Letters appeared one by one. "Are you still here?" I froze. There was no keyboard being touched. No one in the chair. I reached over and hit the power button. The screen went black. I backed out of the room slowly, turned off the light, and pulled the door shut. The latch clicked. I tried to convince myself it was some sort of computer glitch or maybe remote access. I didn't understand much about tech. I went back to my cleaning, but I couldn't shake that image. The words, that question. About an hour later, I was emptying the trash bins in the hallway when I noticed something strange. The door to room 4, the one I'd closed, was open again. Wide open. And the light inside was on. I swear my chest went tight. I took a step closer, and I could see the computer screen again, glowing that pale blue. But this time, the text was different. "You forgot to lock up," I whispered under my breath. "What the hell?" Then, from somewhere deep inside that room, came a whisper. Quiet. Hollow. A man's voice, close, too close. "You locked me in." My whole body went cold. I turned around, and that's when I saw him. A man standing halfway in the hallway's shadow, wearing a gray janitor's jumpsuit, Same as mine, only older, stained. His eyes were dark, sunken, skin pale like paper. He wasn't moving, just standing there, staring. I blinked once, and he was gone. The hallway was empty. My heart was beating so hard I felt dizzy. I didn't wait. I dropped the trash bag, grabbed my coat, and ran to the main entrance. The second I stepped outside, the building lights flickered behind me, all at once. Then the alarm system beeped, the sound it makes when a door is left open. I turned back just in time to see the front doors, the ones I'd come through, swinging slowly shut. Then click. Locked. I sat in my car until sunrise. Didn't even go back inside to clock out. When Bill showed up at 7, I told him everything, the noises, the text, the man I saw. He listened quietly, which surprised me. Then he said, "You were cleaning room 4?" I nodded. He sighed, rubbed his face and said, "You didn't know. That used to be Paul's office. Our old night cleaner." I asked, "What happened to him?" Bill hesitated before answering. "Heart attack," he said. "Happened right here about 6 years ago. Found him slumped over that same desk. Computer was still on." I felt sick. I asked him if they'd ever replaced the computer. He shook his head. "No one uses that office anymore. Every time we try to remove his login, it reappears. The IT guy says it's impossible, but every night at midnight, it logs itself in." He looked at me, real serious then, and said something I'll never forget. "Sometimes the cleaning crew swears they see him, walking the halls, checking doors, turning lights off, like he's still making his rounds." I quit a few weeks later. I told Bill I got another job, but the truth is I just couldn't go back in there. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that computer screen, that blinking cursor, that question, "Are you still here?" And sometimes, late at night when I'm half asleep, I still hear that same whisper, faint, distant, "You locked me in."